What would need to happen, Daphne, for you to feel better about the economy right now?
I'm sorry.
American dream means, this is going to sound sappy, but community and support and being able to make ends meet without that. I have definitely lived where I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stay in my home. I wasn't sure if I was going to eat the next day, or where the American dream is not having that constant fear because of one wrong move, one medical travesty, and you're wiped out.
I relate with my neighborhood and my village definitely more than I am not rich, and my values are very different than the current elite class we have in this day and age.
Oh, yeah. Same here, because I feel like, and I'm not going to be able to come up with a single specific now, other than if I hear one more word about bootstraps, I'm going to run screaming into the night. I think some of our elites, when they make random statements like that, they are so removed from what we experience on a day-to-day basis. They have no idea that there are people that don't have bootstraps. There are people that don't have boots. So definitely more the people in my community who are going through the same struggles and have the same issues and challenges and can understand. I don't think someone that makes those statements really can understand some of the struggles that we have.
Well, also bootstraps aren't bootstraps anymore.
That's right.
I mean, and my oldest, well, we'll just say one of my siblings, we all worked really hard, and he worked hard and he's doing well financially. I worked just as hard, but I went service, which just never pays a lot.
No.
Nowadays, you can work really hard and you're still not going to reach where you need to be. The times for opportunity have drastically changed.
Yes.
So they're just not the same boots. You can't pull up something that's not going to get you on that road. So I, at my age, still have not bought my own home. It's ridiculous, the cost of housing, especially where I live, and on a teacher salary, that's you know, pretty much impossible. But I think in general, the economy itself is. You know, we could solve homelessness, we could solve poverty with, you know, 1% of 1% of the top 1%, in terms of funds, because that's about 76 million. And I don't understand what's going on. Like, it's just
I don't
so
understand where our
crazy.
priorities
Yes.
are. Every day I'm baffled
It's
by
crazy.
our priorities. I don't understand what you just said, Rebecca, why hunger and housing, and to add that to healthcare and childcare, why those things aren't our top priorities.
You can't explain how important the meals at school are to someone who's never been hungry. Well, we were taught that we work hard, then good wealth and whatever we need will come to us, but that's not the reality that we're in. It's more like those who are that. Actually, I was recently at a town hall meeting where a representative said that equality feels like a demotion to some people, and unfortunately, these are the people who are above us. So sometimes that hard work is not paying off.
You said a little while ago that we could make a difference just with the amount of taxes that we could put towards some of these problems.
I think there needs to be a basis, as there is in many other first world countries, of basic like this. You're going to be able to live. You're going to be able to have a house that you can live in. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily own it. You're going to have enough food to eat. And we have to balance that. So does that mean we're going to have to raise taxes on the wealthy? Yeah, probably. But back 20, 30, 50 years ago, there used to be the wealth disparity was not as it is today. And so people were willing to pay employees more money, basically. People are getting paid now less than they were 30 years ago for the same job. I mean, that's crazy to me. And I know of this in many instances. So if we are able, if it takes us taking a tiny little 1% of 1% in order to make a basic standard of living, I am all for that, because the people who have $1 billion paying $1 million is not going to affect them. It really isn't.
No.
But it's going to have a whole community be able to have a decent, safe place to live.